bones will rattle, stairs will creak. Your outcome's looking pretty bleak. Thunder booms and lightning crashes, leaving boots filled with ashes. As we lay you down to rest, we read the pages of the Dead Man's Digest.
Hey everybody, Halloween Horror Nights just released all the original houses, ScareZones, and shows for Halloween Horror Nights 26, so it's time for another installment of the Dead Man's Digest. I am Darren, this is Nina.
What's up?
And that is Travis.
Hello.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Awesome.
Yeah? So yeah, let's get right into it. Halloween Horror Nights 26 original houses.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the first one we knew was coming, but we didn't have any additional information on it. But the full name, Lunatics Playground 3D, You Won't Stand a Chance. Okay, yeah, that one is a little wordy.
See what I mean?
Yeah, that's such a weird name. That had to go through marketing people and stuff. And
Yeah.
they ultimately said, sure, that's fine.
Why can't it just be You Don't Stand a Chance 3D?
Yeah, that sounds great. But you want to read it?
Yeah, sure. Enter Chance's imagination in Lunatics Playground 3D. You won't stand a chance. While Jack's away. What? Even longer? Okay. Chance has unleashed the horrors of her imagination. Her twisted delusions and reality are continuously blurred in a 3D playground of carnage. When the music box plays, the world shifts to her sinister theater of the mind. But when the alarm starts ringing, Chance is thrown back into the brutal reality of her incarnation. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Incarceration?
Well, you know what I mean. Sorry, I completely hunted that word.
So, I mean, okay. Let's go ahead and put the similarities together here.
What?
We've got a girl going crazy in an asylum.
Alice?
Yeah, it's a 3D house.
Is it in Shrek?
No, it is not.
No.
It appears to be in that Men in Black tent, that new tent.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense that that's more of a maze type when we noticed that maze type deal out front. I can't remember if it was in the beginning or the end, but that was the house, right? That we were trying to figure out what that maze thing it was.
Yeah. Yep. So, and I guess that makes more sense to give Krampus the spot in Shrek, because if they're going to have large characters like are actually in the movie in Krampus, if they're going to have those couple of characters that big, then it makes sense to keep them in a permanent soundstage kind of location.
Right.
So
yeah,
so I think that would be best. But yeah, they also said, with this house, we're taking the opportunity to tell the story of Chance. Everything that is happening in her mind is happening in the real world. We're just seeing it all through her eyes. For example, Chance and her band of misfits have killed victims by chopping them up and tying them back together to look like marionettes.
Ugh.
Oh man.
We'll see that reality, but we'll also see what it looks like in her head. The dual realities of Chance are really highlighted in this house.
Like the ads we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Her switching back and forth, straight jacket, and then she's out in her costume.
Yeah. I think if you're too drunk, you're not going to get the idea on this one.
Yeah. So how do we think they're going to do this? You think it's going to be like a light shift or something like that? Because it's probably going to be, I mean, kind of like where is it the blues fall back and the reds come forward?
Yeah.
Like Asylum was last year. So I wonder if they can do some kind of lighting trick where they can cut one side and it looks like something, and then another side, a different shade, will look a different way, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing, because I've seen that effect somewhere else. I think I've seen it more with the red and blue kind of 3D effect, but
Right.
But I think they would be able to simulate that with lighting and the chroma depth glasses that they currently use. So,
because it's just do they use actual black lights in there, or is it just a regular?
No, I think they use black light. I think they use all kinds of different lighting in there, but they can really use whatever they want. So.
Yeah, this got really got me thinking of how they're going to do this, and it has to be something like that, because it says when the alarm starts ringing. So, I mean, does that mean it's just randomly going to go off while we're in the houses, or is it certain areas are set to only ring when you go in those certain areas, or if they're going to be totally random? I don't know.
Yeah,
how that's going to work.
Oh yeah, I guess that we will see.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean there are a lot of similarities though between Alice and this one, I think.
But
Because Alice
definitely.
kind of, but the way Alice went is it started off and like showing you the full like what she's seeing in her head basically, and then like the facade slowly kind of drips away as you go through the house till at the very end, the last room, you're seeing the asylum for what it is.
Oh, okay.
So I think yeah,
I definitely think. I think this house is definitely going to be a lot more sinister than Asylum in Wonderland was. It was kind of the Asylum in Wonderland was kind of a little play around with all the
playful.
characters and stuff. I think this one's going to be a little bit more dark and sinister and in your face.
Yeah, I think if they're gonna have fun with any of them, like the joke house of the year, like they typically do, it'll probably be Krampus.
Krampus, yeah, I agree.
Definitely. So yeah, that one sounds pretty cool. We'll see what happens with that. Next up, we have Ghost Town: The Curse of Lightning Gulch. You want to read that one, Travis?
Yeah, sure. It says, when lightning strikes, the curse of Lightning Gulch comes to life, and this ghostly town appears. These doomed souls who once went searching for gold found death and destruction, and now they seek others to join them. As thunder cracks, flashes of lightning will lead you through this treacherous Wild West nightmare. Good luck. I'm pumped for this one, dude. This is probably going to be 1 or 2 on my list for this year of hype.
Yeah, definitely. The cool thing about this is the requel that everybody was talking about. This is going to be where Body Collectors was last year.
Okay.
But the original house was in 2004. Lee and Tracy, the 1 year they went to Halloween Horror Nights before they went last year. That was one of the houses that was there when they went. So Lee is even more crushed. Sorry, buddy, that he's not going to be there to see it. But so this is that requel, and I think it's a really, really cool concept. I have a friend on the inside of Universal, that's all I'll say, that got to go through and see a little bit of the introduction, like the beginning facade of the place, and he says it looks amazing in person. And the pictures they uploaded on the blog too.
They released them.
Yeah, and I like how everything has that like blue tint to it, like to make it look like kind of supernatural, like you're in a like literal ghost town.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of fog and stuff rolling through there too.
Yeah, glad to see that in the soundstage too, because I think that the atmospheric effects they can do in there should be pretty amazing.
Yeah, this had to be a soundstage house for sure. It wouldn't have worked in a tent. It would have been just too small for I think what they're going for.
Yeah, and this one had a little video. The only thing you really saw in there was those couple of pictures we said of the interiors of like a saloon with the piano with like a skeleton draped over it.
Oh, cool.
Looks awesome, man. That got me even more hyped for it. Like when I first heard and read the synopsis of this, I was really excited. And then after seeing those pictures, I think I even messaged you about it. I'm like, dude, these things look crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So
did you go in 2004 and see this original house?
No,
or?
I did not.
No.
That was one of the years I did not go. Was the year that it was in both parks, and it kills me. It kills
I know,
me.
right?
Because hear all these cool stories about it. So
it would have just been cool just to experience the 2-park Halloween Horror Nights and see how everything ran. And do you know how they moved? Did they have like a separate entrance that kind of connected the 2 parks, or did you get routed through City Walk and they shut City Walk down? Do you know how they?
No, they had
2004.
Yeah, no, they had an extra little walkway basically, because the parks are really close together in some parts. One of those parts is the Dr. Seuss area, and the New York area of the parks, and so they just made a scare zone that went in between the two.
I think wasn't it a corn maze?
Yeah. Field of Screams.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And
that was the one.
And that was
like
the fast way,
right?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. This one was like a corn maze, like straight up, like she said, like it was like haystacks and corn and.
But I thought I read somewhere it was kind of loosely based on the Evil's Roots of this year because of the scarecrows and stuff from last year. I felt they kind of said they kind of loosely based it on that as well. So.
Oh yeah. definitely might have been.
It's awesome.
So that was the way around, and I believe they had another walkway a little bit higher up on the map from there. So
Makes sense.
Yeah. Hopefully we see them do that again one day, but
yeah,
as of now they seem to be pretty content with Universal, and with this much construction going on and then managing to still throw 9 houses in there and a 10th house that we'll talk about later. That's pretty impressive use of space, I have to say.
Yeah, I would say if they were going to do it, this would have been the year that they would have done it with, like you said, like all the construction and stuff going on. I feel like if they were going to do that, it would have been this year. So.
Yeah. Well, the next and final house on the announcement was Tomb of the Ancients, which kind of got leaked ahead of time.
Oops.
On the annual pass holder flyers that they sent out, because it's one of the houses that you get really entry into. But it's exactly what you thought it was. An ancient evil has surfaced, and the immortal beings from the past have returned to rule mankind. It was only a matter of time until the ancient ones were unearthed. Now these makers of chaos are loose from the pits of hell, and the whole world will pay. And it's got like an Egyptian kind of mummy theme to it.
Don't really know what to think about this one, to be honest.
I'm actually really psyched for it. I think like Egyptian like mummy theme would be really cool. I'm really into it. So
I don't like that clue of spider web.
Cobweb,
same difference.
you'd have a cobwebs. There'd be a cobweb or two on a mummy, I think.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to think. It's not a negative thing. I just don't really know what to think. I don't even know where to begin on how this house would even look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool if they do what they do in other houses in the past, where they have a room of mannequins and real people, like as mummies.
They will.
And then you're walking through like a room that you kind of have to curve around and make a 180, and then you're like, which one? Which one? Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of people jumping out of sarcophagus. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of makeup. They'll rap.
Yep.
You know they'll do it. That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really cool house. But yeah. So yeah.
That's a is that a tent house or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is?
That is a tent. Yeah. Because the annual pass holder houses are the parade building and the 2 tents. So.
Gotcha.
They should have done it in the mummy queue and incorporated the roller coaster in the haunted house. Bam.
Right?
You gotta get away. Get in this car. You should have.
There you go. So yeah, that was it for the house announcements. I don't know. I think that's a pretty strong originals lineup. It's varied. It's very varied.
It's very varied.
So I think that I don't know. It gives them a lot of creative freedom with the decisions they made and the choices they made. So I think we're gonna see some really cool stuff out of it.
Like.
I think the general consensus I've been seeing on Twitter and whatnot has been pretty positive about it. I haven't really seen anybody, down talking it or anything. So
yeah,
seems like a lot of people are happy with it. So yeah. I'm happy with it too.
Definitely. So next up we have the scare zones here. The first one they had listed here was Survive or Die. A global catastrophe has ruined Earth's atmosphere. One group of survivors secured a machine that provides clean air. The other 2 surviving groups are on the hunt to gain control of the machine and are recruiting new members to help them. You can either join them or feed their starving ranks. Which will you choose?
Join them.
This does not sound like a very scary scare zone at all.
It doesn't have to be scary. Scare zones. This would be.
It's
good.
called a scare zone.
Okay, but it could be cool in other ways too.
Yeah, I can. Now, who thinks that this weather machine is just going to be like a slightly modified version of the one that they had in the Fairy Tales area?
Oh, I see.
Probably
last year.
Is that where we think it's going to go?
I think that this is the one I don't know for sure where it's going to be. If it's going to be there or New York. Is it going to be in Production Central or is it going to be in New York?
I would hope not. I would hope it. I don't know.
I'd want it to be in Production Central, I guess.
Like you said, it doesn't really sound that great. It kind of sounds a little lame. So hopefully it is just the kind of one that kind of gets you set for, coming in the parks. And
exactly.
It's not going to be a huge expansive one. I hope they don't do it in New York because I feel like that would be kind of a waste.
And years ago, they had like the similar thing was Nazi zombie Nazis. Well, of course they weren't labeled as Nazis, but they were not Nazi whatever. I can't even speak right now.
I would sure hope they weren't labeled as Nazis.
Yeah, no, but they were in
swastikas.
Hollywood. Yeah, but they were in Hollywood that year, and it kind of reminds me with this, just with the loud machine guns, like Travis said, it gets you pumped being in the front of the park. So I really do hope it's in production central, because that last time was exciting. You hear the guns. And it's more of the jump boo scare than like gruesome, gross. Yeah,
it's kind of like global warming, the scare zone. Oh, God. It's like Greenpeace. You're going to be like, do you choose the side of the Greenpeace hippies or do you choose the side?
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of choosing either side? They're not going to, not going to do anything.
Oh, gosh.
It's not like they're going to kill you. You'll just pretty much choose suicide, I guess, if you don't get
exactly.
clean air.
Do you want air or not? No. Okay.
Go on then.
Okay, next one. We're moving on. You're bringing me into this one.
All right, go
okay,
ahead.
Banshee's Lair. Ooh, okay, here we go. Travel deep into the forest where evil spirits and horrific creatures of the ancient world roam free. Mother Nature's magical barrier of vines has been torn away and the modern world has found the entrance to the corrupted grave. Banshee's Lair really has a traditional Halloween feel of a Celtic influence. New York. It's going to be Central Park.
Yeah,
not New York. New York. You know what I mean. Central Park.
Yeah, that's definitely a Central Park scare zone for sure. Which means it'll be too fogged out for you to actually see anything in there anyways. So. But
you gotta wait till the fog machines go down to see anything.
Yeah, again, it sounds pretty similar to last year's scare zone in that area.
Or catch it on a windy night.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
Yep. But yeah.
No, it sounds cool though. That area is always cool, really cool.
Yep, definitely. It sounds pretty standard for that area. That they've always picked ones that have that like close to that theme over there. So.
Nature.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and you want to take the next one?
Yeah, next one is going to be Dead Man's Wharf.
Digest.
I mean, that's kind of a clever name. I don't know.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a tie-in.
Us thing, but
yeah, we will be featured in the scare zone. Just saying.
Okay.
It says when a fishing vessel named Annabelle Lee never returned to the harbor and was lost forever, the wharf was left uninhabited as a memorial to her. Now a strange fog has rolled into the village, and the long-lost fishermen's spirits seek to punish the town that left them.
The Gordon's fisherman is back for revenge.
The Gordon's fisherman.
I mean, obviously, this is San Francisco scare zone.
Yep.
I mean, it was made for it. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Hopefully, they got like people in the boats and dead bodies and fog and everything cool on the lagoon right there. So
yeah. Well, there's an awesome Edgar Allan Poe reference with the boat being named the Annabelle Lee. Which is one of his more famous poems about the girl that lived by the sea named Annabelle Lee that died by the sea. Annabelle Lee. So a nice little reference thrown in there. So yeah, I'm definitely picturing another very blue tinted fog strewn scare zone with a lot of rain slicker wearing fishermen.
That'd be cool.
Scary. Mm-hmm. So, yep, that one sounds pretty cool, and yeah, the name is awesome. Great choice.
It should be called Jaws: The Ride, The Revenge. He's taking revenge out on Universal for getting rid of him.
There better be a shark man trying to attack everyone with a name tag that says Bruce on it.
Oh my goodness.
Right. They turn the actual Jaws shark into they put an animatronic there. And eats people like you did in Jerry Springer and Sharknado?
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't watch that. What are you talking about? No, we didn't.
I watched it
So
strictly
did
just
we.
to see Universe.
Yep.
That's about it.
Definitely. The next one is Vamp 1955, which I was kind of like, oh, geez, that's cheesy to begin with, but it's kind of growing on me. Welcome to Hollywood High School's 1955 homecoming parade. Everything is in place until the greasers roll into town with fangs instead of switchblades. It's a procession of chaos with vampires ready to take a bite out of anyone in sight.
Okay, when you're reading that, I saw motorcycles. They had motorcycles last year, or no, 2 years ago with the Purge. We can bring back the motorcycle dudes coming down the vamps.
Yep, and they have had them before. I remember a year where they had the clowns on motorcycles.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. So they can definitely do that in that area. I also see them using the old cars from Mel's in that zone.
Yeah, the hot rods.
Now, what I'm thinking of is because they like in like around 1955, the homecoming parades were essentially like the homecoming king and queen and like, you know, the court and everything like that in cars, usually like convertibles going down the street. It wasn't like a parade. It was like the teenagers in their cars, like doing the homecoming thing, like, you know, wearing their homecoming outfits and stuff like that. But being like featured in a parade, and that was like, you know, small town 50s thing. So I'm wondering if it's going to be like that, or if they are going to make some floats for this.
Oh, floats would be cool.
Yeah, of course they would be
really
like
cool.
stationary, you know, props on the street, but, you know, just have them decorated and designed like floats.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And you can totally see them doing that because they've done similar things for the other scare zones, like we were saying, that machine from the one in Production Central last year was like basically like a
Didn't they actually do parades before
Yes.
at Halloween Horror
Yeah,
Nights?
yeah, like way back when, you know, in the
Before it
first
was so
few
damn
years.
crowded.
Yeah, and that's something like, you know, diehard fans have been clamoring for years. So even if they get a little bit of like, you know, a wink from the creative team like this and a nod to that, I think that's going to be really cool.
Right. Yeah.
So
I can also see it not like if they're not lined up in a line and they're all kind of disheveled out on the sidewalk, and then those are going to be like last year, like little stationary sets where there are people like actors on them, and you can go and take a picture, and they kind of do like they've always done in that area. Because if it is in that Hollywood strip, it's always like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll stand on a prop. So if we have like the floats all scattered about, you have maybe the queen got bit. And she's standing there with her flowers and like trying to get you, but she has fangs. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and that's you know, something that's very easy for them to pull off the street, but it still like fits in and blends in well because it's got to be something in that area that they can pull off the street for the normal daytime stuff. You know, for the daytime park opening, they have to have that street cleared out. So
or cover it with a big tarp.
Yeah. Yeah, but that if they're floats, then it's pretty easy to just pull those backstage and then pull them back out again when it happens. So.
Did they leave the icon things out during the day, or did they pull them in? I can't remember.
They.
Good point. I don't remember either.
I think they pulled those in.
I think they just.
No,
sure?
no, yeah.
I don't know.
I think they just covered them up.
I don't remember. That's terrible.
We went
no.
so much.
They probably did pull them in. They took up a decent amount of space. So
those things were big.
And it's right there where the parade gate is, so it probably wouldn't be that hard to move them in and out.
Now I feel like they were covered.
I don't know.
Someone write in. I don't know.
I feel like they were covered, but who knows?
I'm sure people will be writing in. They're furious right now. You guys don't remember? You were there for 10 days last year. Come on.
Revoke your number one Universal fan.
Almost a year ago, man.
Yep.
I remember stuff from yesterday.
That's what I was gonna say. Okie doke. So the last one, A Chance in Hell. Get ready for the audition of a lifetime. Chance may be locked away, but that hasn't stopped her. As the alarms ring and the bloody remains of those who try to stop her lie around, she's busy recruiting cellmates to join her biggest act yet. I hope I get chosen. No, the costumes are really unique in A Chance in Hell, where Chance's inmates that worship her take whatever they can find and use those things to look like her.
So, Chance lookalikes.
Oh,
like really shoddy.
That's an easy.
Chance cosplay area, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we thinking this one is going to be?
This is the other one that we don't know if it's in Production Central or if it's in New York.
I want to say New York.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is geared more for that, but I don't know, because then also if it's her event, quote unquote, then Production Central might be a better place for it.
Like to welcome you, but at the same time, I feel like this is one of those roamy kind of scare zones, kind of like last year was the Psychos, and then the year before that with Purge.
Little stage show.
Yeah, with a little stage show too, and kind of have it spread out. It's like a little roaming New York scare zone, hiding everywhere. They kind of have, I don't know, makeshift weapons in their hands, and they try to attack you with them real quick. And New York, I bet you $5.
Trying to figure out. I mean, would they do? Because, well, I guess that's something we're going to talk about next. But I guess I'll come back to it when we get to the next part.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I know what you're going for, and unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to let you down here. Yeah, the next things we're gonna talk about are the shows. But real quick, ScareZones. All in all, how do you feel? How do you guys feel about
I'm
them?
very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pretty much all of them.
It's
Yeah.
not Walking Dead, and it's not a full park roam, so I'm very happy.
Yeah. Yeah, and
bottom.
speaking of roaming, they also said, Mike Aiello said on Twitter that roaming hordes are back in effect this year. So,
Yeah, so that means Chainsaw Clowns will be back.
Yeah.
A lot of people loved those guys last year, so
yep. Yeah, and there's probably going to be a few more. So,
Sweet.
but yeah, I'm excited about all the scare zones as well. All of them seem like they're going to be pretty decent, with the exception of I'm reserving my judgment on A Chance in Hell, but we'll see. That one,
not gonna hype it up too much.
Yeah, that one I'm not going to hype up, and then the Survivor Die I'm not going to hype up too much either, because it does seem like weird.
Yeah, that's the lamest one.
I'll have to see how they go, because it just seems like normal people, and I'm not really that scared of normal people.
I am.
Yeah, never know. You won't know until you go. You know,
Yep.
That's the cool thing about this.
Yeah, they could totally turn it around on me. So,
Yep.
But yeah, two shows. One of those is, of course, Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure. I'll say that one first real quick. No Halloween Horror Nights would be complete without these excellent dudes. The Wild Stallions. Yeah, we return with an all-new Halloween adventure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is going to be a different show this year because it's the one that plays Bill is not doing it this year.
Yeah,
I don't know
Jason
if you
Ryan
heard the newest
Perry.
ScareZone. Yeah, he's retiring from doing that. So
Yeah.
I wonder how much that will change the dynamic. Of it.
Totally bogus.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it took up a lot of his time during the Halloween season, of course. You know, since they do every single show.
I'm not a huge fan of Bill and Ted, as you know, but that's sad. Made me a little sad.
Yeah, because those guys are great. The guys that play Bill and Ted are excellent. They really are.
Excellent adventure.
You get a special kind of rapport with somebody like that when you've been doing it with them for that long.
Yeah.
It's a chemistry thing, you know what I mean?
Now you know
Like
a
anything
certain
else.
James Keaton used to play Bill.
What?
I wonder if he'll reprise his role this year.
No. So Jack is in this show? Oh, what? Did I just...
I'm sure he'll
Catch
pop
that
up
back.
somewhere.
I really hope he does. I'm gonna have to watch all the shows just to see. But the other
Well,
show,
he may be in a house. You
yeah,
never know.
yeah, you never know. Definitely hope to see him there though. The other thing is where, if at all, will you see the actual Chance, the actress that plays Chance? You know, that version of Chance. Do you think we'll actually see her at all at the event?
That's what I was going to get into with that. I was wondering if in the Chance Scare Zone, if she's going to have like a stage show set up, or if she's actually going to be in the house, kind of like a.
Well, yeah, Mike Aiello said no show for Chance on Twitter, because somebody asked for kind of a confirmation.
He means like the tiny show inside the scare zone,
Yeah,
like we've seen in the
like the
past.
Psycho Scarapy was last year. Remember when they were having, or the Purge,
Or
where
the
they-
Icons, really.
True, yeah.
Like the Icon Scare Zone, if she has like a little stage
Like
there
the
and
actress
does
herself, we know, I don't feel like she'd be in the house.
Yeah.
So I think what Travis is saying is the best bet. I think she might have like a continuous show all day where she can rest, come out, do a kill or something, and then go back out. I don't know.
Yeah. But the other
It'd be
show,
definitely a lot easier easier than last year. They had a pretty crazy schedule last year with
Yeah.
those shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that wasn't she the only one that did Chance? I know
I
James did the majority of it, but they had a stand-in for him like later at night, right?
yeah, I believe they actually ended up having 2 by the end of the event. So there were 3 Jacks in total for the event.
But I think,
but she was the only
Aaron's
Chance
the
No,
one
I
throughout the
think
whole
there was
one.
another one. I told you a few nights the voice sounded different. I think there is another chance.
I really don't think there was.
Sure, her voice You sure her voice just wasn't going from doing so many shows in
that's
one
very
night?
possible.
Could have been.
I feel like there was.
So
I don't think so.
yeah, I feel like I don't know. Maybe they might. Maybe the hopefully A Chance in Hell goes in New York and they have kind of a setup to where, you know, either like kind of how Sarah's Psychoscarapy was last year, where they had a little stage set up. But I feel like that's kind of understated for her, so they may have something more bigger, like the Purge kind of was on top of the bus. Obviously, she's not going to be on top of the bus, but some kind of stage. I guess we'll get our answer when props and stuff start going into the. I noticed Tim Tracker put a video out, and he kind of was showing that some of the lighting was going up on top of the buildings and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have to see once props start going out.
Yeah. But yeah, that other show is Academy of Villains: House of Fear. And at first, I initially thought that this was like a chance show that tied in with her Scare Zone, but turns out we were completely incorrect about that, because Academy of Villains is an established dance troupe.
3 cheers.
Hey man, at least you were thinking and trying to put pieces together. That's a lot more than most people would do. You know what I mean? It would have made sense how you were thinking of it, where, you know, you were kind of going through her Scare Zone and she was recruiting people. Obviously, she's not recruiting you because they don't just take random people.
Right.
But it would have made sense for her to culminate kind of how last year's was with the icons, and then it culminates to the main event with Jack and Chance. So
Right.
that would have made sense. So.
Yep. But no.
But unfortunately not.
We're getting America's Got Talent's dance crew.
They're really, really good.
We did watch a video of them like winning. There was like a winning.
Yeah, just
like,
search
a
Academy of
championship.
Villains on YouTube, and it'll be one of the first videos. It's like on a stage, and it says they won first place. It is so good.
It's impressive because they have a ton of people in the troupe, like 50 people, all dancing like together at the same time, very well.
And they use something that
What does that have to do with Halloween Horror Nights, though?
They are villains. They are dressed up. They're like painted up and like they.
And they do this thing
zombies
that's really cool. They use like a paper mache kind of cool trick where they put up a wall with a light, and the people are dancing. And there's a story. At least a specific dance you'll see online. It's like a man who dies. I don't want to give it all away, but he dies and he comes back, and there's monsters and creatures, and he's a zombie. It's really, really, really cool. So I feel like if they're able to pull something like that off that's incorporating Horror Nights this year, it'd be cool.
I don't know. Initially, I'm not really that excited for it, but I'm not going to say anything bad. I'm going to hold reserve judgment until I actually see it, because it could be good. I mean, initially when I saw it, it's not really my thing, but
Right.
I'm going to trust, you know, the guys, HHN, Mike, and everybody that chose the shows and whatnot. I'm going to trust their judgment that it's going to be good enough, you know?
Yeah.
I was just kind of disappointed when we didn't hear about a Chance show, because I really loved, you know, Carnage Returns last year, so it was kind of a bit of a bummer for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll go ahead and say it. No, this isn't something I would normally tell everyone, but I'm a big fan of So You Think You Can Dance. And shows like that. I don't know. I like dancing choreography and stuff like that. So this is actually pretty cool. And being, you know, horror themed with Horror Nights, I think it's going to be something that I actually enjoy quite a bit. Yep,
Sounds more fun than the Jabberwockies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. You don't have like a bunch of people wearing the same mask. Like they really are themed to it, and like I said, just the massive amount. If they have the whole crew coming down, then it'll be a very impressive show. And even if not, that, like Nina said, that like shadow puppetry kind of thing that they do is really
good.
awesome. And I definitely see them bringing that to the event this year. So it'll be cool. It'll be you know, something to see in the
Really
meantime
different.
at People Eater, and something different than what they've done before. So.
And if it's going to be there out in the open, you don't have to wait in a line and get a seat. It's kind of those things you can grab food, stand there for a little bit, and if you don't like it, you can kind of just keep going. It's nice.
Yeah, and with the huge number of people that they have, it makes sense that stage is bigger this year than it was in previous years. So,
You think so? You don't think it's the same one?
no, from what I've heard people say, is the stage that they have up right now in the park is a lot bigger than it was last year.
I don't know about that. I went and looked at it. It looks exactly the same to me.
Oh, it
Maybe
does?
they're
Okay.
mistaken because there's no props on it right now.
Yeah.
But
Possibly.
it looked like the same exact stage to me, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the
Yeah.
same one.
But yeah, and the I mean Jack show last year had a lot of the stage element was pretty big on the stage, so if they went a little bit more sparing with that, they would give them more space anyways with that same size stage.
It looks bigger without all the props on it, So.
Yeah.
The big saw.
Yep. And not really associated or tied into this one, but I just wanted to bring it up really quick. Universal Japan, when their Horror Nights is happening, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is going to stay open, and there's going to be Dementors going through the area. How cool is that? That's something that they said we could not have here.
I'm jelly.
I'm so damn jealous. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, because you feel like if it was up to J.K. Rowling where she said that there wasn't anything in any parks, they wouldn't be able to do that. So
yeah,
I mean, what's
think it
holding
opens
them back now?
Exactly. I think it definitely opens it up to the possibility, if not this year. But I mean, it's possible they're doing this year because they're just throwing surprises at us left and right.
I mean, how hard is it? It's not hard. You just put some people in some costumes and have them run around and scare people, Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there would be a backlash of people complaining about it. That was our safe zone. Don't do this.
Your safe
or
zone
maybe
is
it wouldn't
City
matter
Walk.
because it's more in the Harry Potter canon. It's not just some random thing. So who knows how people will react to it.
Yeah, but they're gonna have Death Eaters and the
I was gonna say ring wraiths, but that's Lord of the Rings. My bad.
basically ring wraith, same thing.
Dementors.
Yeah, Dementors like in the area. So that is
awesome.
really really cool.
I'm jealous.
Or they're gonna just be like at the kiosk selling butterbeer and
projection
stuff
effects.
too. Yeah.
Voldemort's giving you your frozen butterbeer.
Here you go.
Be like, where's your nose, man?
It's in your butterbeer.
The lady there, I will serve you.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do something, but I'm not. I have my fingers crossed, but I don't.
Don't
Not
cross
holding
them
my
too
breath.
hard. Yep.
Yeah. But then, actually, just today, as we're recording this, Universal threw another loop at us and said what they said in previous years, that I guess they never said that they would never do it, but they definitely implied that it would be something like very far in the future if they ever decided to do an upcharge house.
They have
for
a
Universal.
time machine, huh? They can do whatever they want.
So this is the first time they've done this, then, right?
Yeah. Yep. Busch Gardens has done it several times before. Most recently with The Experiment, and before that it was a house called Alone.
Is it a VR house though?
No, this one is a VR house. The
other ones, the Busch Gardens ones, aren't though, right?
No,
you just go in by yourself.
Exactly. Those ones you were in by yourself or with a small group of just your friends. Those houses were really cool, especially Alone. Because they shifted the house around you. Essentially, they could open and close walls. They had a hallway that shrunk down as you walked through it. But
it's like a Triwizard Tournament.
Yeah, and that one had like 30 scare actors in it, and they were all there just to scare you specifically. I never got to experience it personally, but I've read a lot of reviews on it, and people have said that it was just incredible. And that was something they charged $40 for back then. The experience was about 20 minutes long.
That's a long house.
Yeah, and that was about 5 or 6 years ago that they did that. So it makes sense that this one is $50.
Okay.
I've heard from some very reputable sources that it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes, probably on the closer to the side of 20 minutes to go through.
And where do they plan to put this?
With a 10-minute pre-show before and after. Now, I don't know where they are actually putting it, but Universal on the annual pass holder page, they put up a PDF file that has some more information than just the blog post did. Basically, yeah, recommended age 13 or older, $49.99 plus tax. Essentially, you have to make a reservation to go. There's going to be 4 guests per group. Guests may be paired with another group, so if you have 2 people, you're going to be paired with another 2-person group.
Yeah, but with your VR on, you won't see anyone, so it doesn't really...
Yeah. Or they say if you have more than 4 people, your group may be separated. Well, it will be separated, obviously. It says you have to. This is the strange thing. It says you have to have a ticket. Halloween Horror Nights event ticket is required and must be valid for the same day. But it also says you must arrive 30 minutes prior to reservation time to check in at Blue Man Group Theater at Universal City Walk.
So what if it's let's say it's 10 o'clock in the middle of Horror Nights. You got to go out and come back in after?
That's what we don't know.
That's weird.
They probably just don't want random people showing up and wanting to get into this house.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
They probably don't have it set up to where they can do that, and they probably don't, you know... There would probably be way too many people coming up and trying to do it. I mean, there's probably still going to be a lot of people that are going to do it, but if they just opened it up to anybody, I feel like it would be pretty crazy.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, it says guests will receive safety information and will be required to sign a waiver. So you're going to sign your life away to go into this one.
So that must mean they might be able to touch you in this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You got to sign a waiver.
Yeah, I'm thinking they would have to actually to get you through it at all. It's kind of interesting technology just from the pictures that they've put out. It looks like technology I've seen that was like talked about at E3 and a couple of like video game conferences this past year and in previous years, where they can design the room with like kind of generic objects, but when you're in the VR, they associate directly with what you're seeing in virtual reality. So, like, for example, there's a barrel or a crate next to you. They can create that barrel, like, make a really rudimentary one out of wood or whatever. And then, and as you see it...
it's got blood and it looks awesome.
Exactly. But, like, but you're actually able to touch that physical object.
So that means probably then, if they have, you know, the scare actors in there, that would be cool if somebody, like, ran up on you with the VR, and then they touched you, and then the actual scare actor did it at the same time.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. That would freak you out.
Well, yeah, another part of that technology that they showed was that they could use live actors that also had sensors on them, so that the virtual reality system knew where they were, but like basically like put a skin on them, like make them look like a ghost instead of a person, or make them look like a monster or a demon or whatever. So I see them using the same technology in this, and that's really cool, really interesting. Now, as far as the VR goggles and headsets go, as of right now, resolution is not great. So I'm not expecting like a super high resolution thing, even if it is like, you know, the Oculus Rift that attaches to a computer, that kind of setup. Even with that, the resolutions are amazing. So they're going to have to do a lot more with like atmospheric effects.
Well, what I'm hearing the debate between whether or not it's going to be augmented reality or virtual reality, which I'm not really 100% sure what augmented reality is, but I feel like it's almost like you put on glasses and you can see, but maybe it
something's
changes
overlaid.
things.
Yeah. Augmented reality is like an overlay as opposed to like a fully blocked out. This one is going to be virtual reality. I can guarantee you from the pictures that they've already posted of it. It is a full VR experience. There's no camera on the front of it for the system to use. So this is going to be full VR. It says this experience combines virtual reality and immersive theater environment. While walking and wearing a headset, guests will experience an environment consisting of enclosed spaces, locations of great height, and scary, intense interactions. This experience is permitted for ages 13 or older. Persons with the following conditions should not experience this attraction: motion sickness or dizziness, fear of heights, medical sensitivity to strobe or fog effects, fear of enclosed spaces, recent surgery, or other conditions that may be aggravated by this experience.
Yeah.
And yep, sorry Travis, photography is not allowed.
Well, how would I do that anyway?
Exactly.
I feel like I'm just gonna randomly point this thing and shoot.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a bunch of shaky pictures.
And they basically
if it was like you're saying, it's just gonna be a bunch of gray and black boxes. If that's what you were talking about, where they don't have to put any kind of actually skin on it. It's just
right. Yeah, and that is definitely what it sounds like. But they did put a little description on here too. It says, "Step into the next dimension." Not dimension, dimension. Get it? Ha ha ha. Joining a team of investigators, enter a centuries-old secret warehouse where mysterious artifacts have been collected and stored for hundreds of years. Advanced supernatural and paranormal devices are being tested using state-of-the-art technologies to determine the power these relics hold. You make your way through multiple rooms and find yourselves transported to various worlds in this personalized, mind-bending experience. The repository takes you into a terrifying, first-of-its-kind realm of psychological horror, an experimental journey that's a disturbing combination of fear and virtual reality. You will explore truly unnerving environments, encounter bizarre objects, and interact with unforgettably haunting live actors. So that's a pretty strong description there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm anxious to see how this is.
and yeah, people are saying this does tie into Legendary Truth. Was it last year or the year before where they had that Legendary Truth experience in the park that we didn't find out? Oh no, we weren't able to go because we had the Rush of Fear at the beginning of the year.
They've done it for I think like the last 2 or 3 years. So
Yeah.
it's probably the culmination of research that they've done.
Yeah, and that last one was basically an experiment for this one because from what it sounds like in that description, it was very similar to what they did last year with Legendary Truth. So,
Yeah, they're kind of hush-hush on what it actually is, you know. Like, I think they make you sign non-disclosure agreements when you go in there, so you can't tell anybody what actually happened inside. And obviously, you can't record or anything in there, so unless you've done it, you really don't know exactly what it is. But I've heard it's kind of it's obviously an interactive thing where I mean, it's kind of hard to describe. There's descriptions of it online. You just have to look online and tell. But yeah, it definitely sounds like something that their research has led up to kind of helping them do this house. So that's really
definitely. And I asked, I posted on the Dead Man's Digest Facebook group, which everyone should join, of course. It's just search Facebook for the Dead Man's Digest. You'll see it's a closed private group. Just send me a request and I'll add you immediately. But I posted everything we were basically going to be talking about tonight and asked people what they were excited about as far as the original houses go and what they thought about the VR experience and if they would pay the extra amount for it. But a lot of people were excited for the Ghost Town house. That looks to be like the standout with everybody. Jason Matthews, Tyler, Leonard talked about that as well, which was our awesome RIP tour guide from the previous year. So.
Seems to be Ghost Town and Krampus. Everybody is top of their hype list.
Yeah, definitely. Brian Smith also said he's excited for Ghost Town. Yeah, he asked too if it's been figured out that there's a chance show, and yeah, unfortunately not. Their chance does not get a show this year, which was really surprising how strong the show was last year. But Michael is a genius, and I say whatever he says is good.
And Michael, we trust.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Mikey Stewart asked, quick question, do you think VR is just a bit of a fad, flavor of the week kind of thing, or do you think it's here to stay?
I think it's here to stay.
Yeah, that was Mikey from the Scare Track podcast, so shout out to them. Yeah, I don't know. VR, I think as a functional tool is going to be around for a long time. It's just in its infancy. It tried to make its way around back in the 90s, but it's a lot more practical today with devices. I mean, I have the Gear VR set up. I can do it on my phone, so if they can simplify the system down to that, then they're going to be able to expand on that and make some really practical applications for it. So I see it sticking around personally.
If used in the right situations. If you overdo it too much, it gets old. It's kind of like 3D TV.
Yeah.
You kind of have to take a break from it every now and again, or else your eyes start getting a little weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if it's used in the right settings and applications, I feel like it could be cool. But just I hope people don't overdo it. Kind of seems like they're kind of overdoing it with all the different roller coaster VR stuff, and I feel like that's kind of burning itself out just because I don't know, it doesn't really fit on the roller coasters. But something like this, I feel like could stick around if done properly.
Yeah, and I like that it has the live actors mixed together with it in an actual physical environment. I think That's really the way to do it for now until they come up with technologies like a tactile kind of technology. When at that point they'll just put you in a pod and you'll experience Halloween Horror Nights from your pod, and it'll be better than anything you could have possibly imagined, in real life.
So it's kind of going to be like the I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Darren Brown's Ghost Train, the one I think it's Thorpe Park.
Yeah, and
England.
And I heard that was they were on a pretty tight schedule over there, the Halloween Horror Nights creative team, when they went to London recently. But I heard that it is one of the things that they went and did. So to compare
awesome.
to see how it worked out there, that kind of thing. So yeah, Gord on the page said if I lived in the area, I might pay the $50 for the VR. But someone who is traveling from another country, he's from Canada, it's already really expensive, so he can't really spare it. He said part of that's just because my first trip to Orlando and I'm doing all the things.
All the
At least
things.
at least you're not coming from England. Canada ain't that far.
Yeah.
What?
If I was coming for Halloween Horror Nights, I probably would too. If he was coming just for Halloween Horror Nights, he said he would definitely do it. But yeah, I mean, $50 is a lot to ask people on top of everything
For
you're already
20
paying.
minutes.
But again, it sounds like a 20-minute experience like nothing you've ever done before. So I personally think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, if it's as cool as it sounds, I think it'll be. If it's as cool as it sounds, I think it'll definitely be worth it to give it a shot.
Yeah. Chris Azell says if the VR experience does well, do you think we'll see it uploaded online after the event?
Oh,
That would be cool, but the way this one's set up, I don't think so. You kind of have to be there with the effects and with the actors. He said, would he pay $50 for a single walkthrough? No. Would he pay $50 to have the ability to go through the Halloween Horror Nights maze year round at home? He very well might be willing to do that, he says. And that is a pretty good idea to like record the shows for posterity with like a 360 camera, so that those mazes are saved forever. I think that would be pretty awesome.
and everyone's experience is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're never really gonna get the same effect as
Of
Yeah,
actually
never.
being
actually
there,
being
no,
there, but it would still be cool.
But for us, for Halloween Horror Nights freaks, I would love to be able to just go on and see an old video of a house all the
Bring
time.
my up,
Especially
and
with
screaming
my
the whole time.
especially with my Gear VR headset, to be able to look all the way around and focus on different aspects every time you go through. It would be really cool. It would be a lot like what we did last year with the 10 days of going there and going through the houses over and over and over again. Some of them even 15, 20 times. I think that would be pretty neat.
I can just imagine Nina coming home from work. You got that damn VR headset on again?
Leave me alone. I'm in
Spent
Halloween
2
Horror Nights
hours on
forever.
that thing last night.
This is year 29. This is my favorite year.
Yeah. Gary Slater says, looking forward to Tombs of the Ancients. I think an Egyptian house will be awesome. Yeah, I agree with that one. Gary's also that Florida guy. Check it out. Check out his YouTube videos. I hear the person that does his the end of the YouTube video spiel is a pretty awesome guy.
The end slate?
Yeah, the end slate for it. I think he's people have said he's pretty amazing. Probably the best voice actor
you?
of all time.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's me.
Yeah, I saw he posted on Twitter earlier. He was trying to get somebody to go through the house with him because I guess his girlfriend doesn't want to do any of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, I'll do it with you if you pay for it.
Exactly. If we're gonna be there, you want to pay for our tickets, we'll be there for you. Private RIP tour from the Halloween Horror Nights homes. Thomas Breno says, my question is, how long is the VR experience? We said about 15-20 minutes. Are you going to have to sacrifice seeing another house, or are you going to need to go on multiple nights? That is a thing, because if the whole experience with the pre-show and post-show being about 10 minutes and the actual event being the actual thing being experienced being 15 to 20 minutes, and then wanting you to be there to check in a half hour ahead of time, you're looking at taking an hour out of your night. Exactly. That's a big chunk of time for Horror Nights,
Even with an express.
So I think,
Yeah, sure.
And pass holders get the first stab at the opportunity to do this. So I think we might be seeing a lot of locals and regulars doing this more than people that are coming from long distances just to go for a night.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people aren't going to know about it. I feel like it's going to be, like you said, more of a locals thing because I don't know if if they're going to advertise it well enough or not.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And Andy on the page says, is the VR experience Universal's answer to the Void? The Void videos look pretty awesome. Will it be at that level? Now, I don't know what the Void is. Do you guys?
We have to look into that.
I don't either.
Yeah. Yeah, so we don't know. So maybe.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
It's
I'm
very
interested.
possible that it may or
Probably
may
should
not.
have done some research,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That one only
It was
came.
posted
It was
5
only
hours
posted 5 hours ago, so I didn't really have time,
looking it up on YouTube, the Void looks like a. I'm just looking at a screenshot on YouTube. It looks like it might be like a light gun type of VR experience, but I could be
okay.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just going off of what the. It looks like he's holding something in his hand, but I can't really tell.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll comment on that next episode.
Yeah, definitely. We'll take a look and get some research in on that, and that'll pretty much do it, I think, for this show.
Quick thing, I know that, of course, Universal Horror Nights is our favorite thing ever, and I know we've mentioned Busch Gardens, the Hollow Scream, but if anyone wants us to maybe go into detail about other things we've done in the area, that's pretty cool. If you're traveling or just you don't want the Horror Nights or the Halloween to stop, we've done a few things in the Tampa, Largo, Sanford, Lakeland, Kissimmee, and Orlando area, so we can, if you want, go on the Facebook or the Twitter and go ahead and ask us if you want us to. We can start mentioning other things that you can do during this time. This would be pretty cool too.
Yeah, definitely, and we will all be going to Hollow Scream together, so we'll definitely be doing a show, doing a review on that as well. But yeah, we've done some of the other ones too. Shallow Grave is the one I'm thinking of off the top of my head, but yeah, we've done a few other ones as well here. Just a quick one for Hollow Scream too. They just announced 2 of their houses, and they're new ones. One of them is called the Black Spot, which is weird. But he says an infamous pirate has you marked for death, and he has you right where he wants you. Yeah, they don't really go really far into their
It's a pirate
storylines. Yeah, so it's a pirate theme.
Yeah, it's a pirate.
Yes. And
Black Spot.
Yeah, the Black
Yeah.
Spot.
Sounds like cancer or something.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh no.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a horrible house, and
Horrible. Well, name for sure.
yeah. The other house that they announced was
Wait. At least it's not called the brown spot.
Oh, that's what's gonna happen after you get out of the house.
Oh, I could get a little
God.
dirtier with that, but let's not.
No. Ew.
Yeah. The other house they have is Motel Hell, where you might find a brown spot.
Ew.
Nightmares have become nightmares become reality at this deserted motel once you realize why it's conveniently vacant.
Ew.
So that sounds kind of interesting.
That's cool.
So they've got those, and they've also announced that Circus of Superstition is back one more time for the last time. They say Circus of Superstition, the
love that
last
one.
laugh. It is a great 3D house. It's probably the best 3D house
I've ever done.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
I agree.
And then they've also announced that Unearthed will be making a return from last year. So that's one we didn't get to see because we didn't go last year. So that will that'll be pretty cool. A centuries-old house has been unearthed, unleashing a vengeful demon seeking revenge. So it seems like the lineup's pretty strong so far. They haven't announced the rest of it yet. They just now put on their like upgrades and event add-ons. They didn't have that on until just now, so they're kind of late to the game when it comes to announcing and putting stuff out with it. But definitely excited to see that one. As I've said in years past, that there's just a lot of heart and spirit there, and sometimes it turns out to be better in my mind than the actual Horror Nights event. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. It's a pretty strong event this year, but we will see.
How many houses do they usually have? 6?
7, I believe. 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm sure they'll have the zombie shootout one as well again this year. It looks like they're going all roaming hordes for their ScareZones as well.
That's fine.
They have announced that.
Be cool if they did an upcharge house too.
Yeah. Well, they have in the past, so we shall see if they do it again this year.
For sure.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Remember that you can follow us on Twitter at Dead Man's Digest and join the Facebook group as well. Let us know which original house and scare zone you're most excited for, and we'll put your comments on the next show. For Travis and Nina, I'm Darren, and remember to leave your windows open, doors unlocked, and get rid of any weapons that you may have in your home. This message was brought to you by the International Serial Killers Association.
That was creepy.